What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news from yesterday, and once again, appreciate the thumbs up on the previous video, and I appreciate it very much. And if you have a second, if you'd like to pause the video or just scroll down, hit this video with a thumbs up, and again, thank you very much. So, for a brief rundown on what's highlighted, Spike Lee announced that he is dropping a Quickstrike release with Jordan Brand this Friday. We have a detailed look at the Air Jordan Converse Pack, a new Air Jordan 5 releasing in grade school sizing, and moving forward, we have some stuff from Nike, which includes a new Nike KD 10 with NikeLab, a look at two models a part of the new N7 collection. We also have some stuff from Adidas, well actually one piece of news from Adidas, something from Asics as well as Reebok. But without wasting too much of your time, let's jump into the news. Asics is expanding upon their Camo series with two options of the Gel Lyte 3. One is known as Desert Camo and the other is being called Tiger Camo. Both will feature a mixture of leather, suede, as well as mesh. The Tiger Camo comes in predominant black. We also have shades of gray, a little bit of orange, speckled detailing on the midsole, and then camouflage on the split tongue as well as collar and around the heel. The second comes in a desert theme which features shades of tan, clay, silver. We also have speckled detailing on the midsole and camouflage on the tongue as well as collar and heel. There isn't a set release date as of now, but they will drop at select Asics retailers during July. Reebok is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Reebok DMX Run 10. And by doing so, they're going to drop two colorways. Both are an original colorway, and one features purple, white, black, gray, as well as a translucent outsole which has a gum hue. The second, which is my favorite, features blue, and it looks like it's red. It could be orange across the uppers. Then we have white, and then we have an icy blue translucent outsole. So it appears that they're going to release at select overseas retailers on June 22nd, and retail price will be $120. Now, Reebok hasn't confirmed if these will drop in the States as of yet. I'm sure they will, and hopefully it does around that time. One piece of news from Adidas, and the brand has unveiled the crazy explosive 2017 Primeknit. I know a few people asked me when they're going to drop in the States because they dropped overseas on June 6th. But they're going to release in the States on July 27th, so over a month away, and retail price is $150 and not $170 like previously reported. The two initial colorways that will release come in white and black, and then the second features gray and yellow. We have another Nike Airshake NDestrukt that is expected to release very soon. We don't know when, but all that's being labeled is soon. So this pair is being called red leather, and they feature exactly that. Red across the uppers, which is constructed with leather. Red also hits the branding on the toe, the large Nike swoosh on the tongue, or where the tongue would be, and the worm branding on the heel. Mesh lands on the medial side, and completing the look is white on the midsole and outsole. Like I mentioned, there isn't a release date, but I'm sure they'll start showing up at select Nike sportswear retailers soon, and retail price will be $140. This summer, NikeLab is releasing a special KD 10, and this pair is being called Olive, and for obvious reasons, they feature olive throughout. But it's also said that they're going to feature cargo khaki and white, although I don't really see the cargo khaki. I guess the white could be applied to the outsole, which we'll get to in a second. But they also feature Flyknit across the base. We have tumbled leather on the overlay, and the Nike swoosh is debossed. Completing the look is a milky translucent outsole, which is probably where the white comes into play. No release date or retail price. The only information we have is that they're dropping summer 2017. Nike has unveiled their 2017 N7 collection, and for those that don't know, the N7 Fund is committed to creating early positive experiences in sport and physical activity for Native American youth in North America. First up from the collection is the Nike Air Flight Huarache Ultra. Based off of the original Nike Air Flight Huarache, which dropped back in 1992, this pair comes in a white and black theme. They feature jacquard as well as textile across the upper, and then we have a little bit of yellow that lands on the N7 and Nike branding as well as speckled across the translucent outsole. The release date is June 21st and retail price will be $130. Next up from the collection is the Nike Kyrie 3 N7, and once again they feature a similar theme while using white across the uppers and yellow accents on the liner, and it kind of gradients, almost like a speckled detailing on the Nike swoosh, and then we have black on the outsole as well as the flywire cables, and more yellow which is seen on the outsole as well. The date remains the same, June 21st, and retail will be $120. Nike Sportswear unveiled the Nike Dunk Low Japan Pack, and we have a look at 3 upcoming releases. First up, and I know I'm going to butcher this, so I apologize in advance, is the Onoko Chizen. That pair references a never released colorway of the Air Force One. Here it is applied to the Nike Dunk Low. Next, we have a What the Nike Dunk, which mashes up the 1985 OG Dunk, and back then they usually came in simple color tones. Well, here they're bringing those colors into one. Last but not least is the Nike Dunk Low Mismatched, which uses OG colorways of the Nike Dunk and Nike Air Force One in an unexpected mismatched way. All three will feature ko.jp on the insole, and that stands for Concept of Japan. Now the release dates are kind of spread out. First up, the Nike Dunk JP Onoko Chizen, I can't pronounce it once again, I apologize. They will drop on July 8th at Mita Sneakers in Tokyo, Nike Harajuku, and NikeLab MA5. Once again, I apologize if I butcher any of these names. Next, we have the Nike Dunk Low Mismatch, which debuts on July 15th at Atmos in Japan, Nike Harajuku, and NikeLab M5. Last but not least is the Nike Dunk Low What The, which releases on July 22nd at select Japan retailers. At the time of shooting this, it isn't known if any of the pairs will drop in the States, but like always, I'll make sure to keep you informed. Now we're on to Jordan Brand, and the first part of this is not really news. However, it is really, really dope. Here we have a customized BMW M3 that is inspired by the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. Designed by 400ml, which is a graffiti crew from Beijing, along with car modifier iAcro. So what they did here was dress the BMW M3 in a red, white, and black color theme. Not only that, on the door, it features that of the panels of the Air Jordan 1. We have the Jumpman branding on the rear window, the Wings logo on the side windows, and the Nike Air lands on the hood. Anyways, I just wanted to share this with you, and the car will be on display at Beijing the Palace Square from June 14th through June 18th. We have a first look at an upcoming Air Jordan 5, which is a GS exclusive, and this pair is being called Hyper Pink. Across the uppers, we have predominant black, which is constructed with nubuck. The odd thing about the shoe that it features a ribbed, textured finish across the tongue. I'm not really sure what the inspiration is here. In addition, we have white across the midsole. Hyper Pink lands also on the midsole as well as on the inside of the tongue. Finishing the look is a translucent outsole. We don't have a specific release date, however, I've heard that they're going to drop during August. Retail price is $140. At the time of shooting this, it isn't known if they will debut in extended grade school sizing, but I will make sure to update you once the info is available. Spike Lee, who played the infamous character in She's Gotta Have It known as Mars Blockman, he's starred in so many Air Jordan commercials, and through the years we've seen collaborations between himself as well as Jordan Brand. But yesterday he took to Instagram and shared a sneak peek at an upcoming Quickstrike. Along with the image, he shared the following quote: Jordan Jump Off Fort Green Quickstrike 6/16/17. So what that means is, according to Spike Lee, is a Quickstrike from himself as well as Jordan Brand is dropping on June 16th, 2017, which is this Friday. Now he just shared us a teaser, so we don't even know what the model will be, sadly. But they feature a navy base, and as you can see, the Mars head is intact. I really hope it isn't a Jordan Spizike. I hope it's something like an actual retro model, but we'll have to see on that. I also tried to read through the comments on his Instagram. I haven't seen anything that says. A lot of people have speculation that it is the Spizike. Also, at the time of shooting this, they have yet to leak, so if they do leak and you see this, I apologize, and that will be in the following video. Last up from Jordan Brand, we have a detailed look at the Air Jordan Converse UNC Alumni Pack. So I'm not going to go over the shoes too heavily because I've done that in, I think, the last couple videos. But I will say this, the pack pretty much looks like the DMP pack, which just released, as the style that is, not actually the coloring and things like that. Also, on the insole of the Converse Fast Break Mid, it features the Wings logo, which I think is pretty cool. If you're interested in grabbing them, June 28th is the date, and retail price is $300. Now, depending on availability, you know, even then, I think this is more of a collector's item for those that are like really deep into the brand, because the Air Jordan 2 isn't a love model. However, I do like them, and the Converse Fast Break Mid, again, that's a model that if they just released with no Jordan Brand ties, they wouldn't even be looked at twice. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. So from this video, to be 100% honest, there is not a lot I'm feeling. The Converse Jordan Brand pack, yes, but I've said that many times. Other than that would be the Reebok DMX Run 10. I think that shoe is dope. I liked it when they originally dropped. I remember going to Copeland Sports, I believe, and back then they would just have all the shoes on display, and that was one, and you could just pull the box out, try them on yourself, and I always thought it was dope. So I'll probably grab that, and more than likely it'll go on sale, so definite pick up then. Now the other shoe that I'm just curious about is the Jordan Spike Lee Quickstrike release. I really hope he doesn't disappoint with the Spizike. I mean, I do understand him dropping a Spizike because that's like his shoe, but at the same time, the Son of Mars low and the Son of Mars is his shoe too, and that isn't saying much. The Spizike is a lot better than the Son of Mars in my opinion though. Now it would be dope if they did drop the Air Jordan 4, and obviously it's going to have a navy base, but you know, they switched things up a bit. But leave a comment below and let me know from this video what you liked or what you disliked. Thanks for watching, stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.